Olay! Kabong! Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today. I do truly appreciate it. And Quick Draw McGraw and his alter ego, El Kabong. Play that in your temple. Anyway, I got a package in the mailbox today. The friendly neighborhood mail lady has indeed hooked a brother up for Halloween season. I ordered it before Halloween. It's coming just shy. Actually, today is Halloween. For me, but not for you. Because you're watching this in the future. I haven't even posted this video yet as of Halloween. But anyway, this is a novelization that I didn't know existed. There's a movie called In the Mouth of Madness by a director called John Carpenter. Ever hear of him? And I found out that a mysterious author named Sutter has novelized it. And I ordered this book for $31.40, including shipping it off from a company called Ingram's Park. I found out the book existed. Somebody commented saying it's always not available when I go to look for it. So I went to look for it. Lo and behold, when I look for myself, I find it. I mash them buttons. Entered. And I purchased the book. And it is here. The friendly neighborhood mail lady has hooked brother up directly from U.S. Spark Direct Buy, 14 Ingram Boulevard in Laverne, Tennessee, or Lavergne, Tennessee, depending on if you are French or not. I don't know what French has to do with it, but it's come in a tight little box, rigid with corners. Some companies out there use boxes like this, Easton Press for one, where the corners of the box can take some abuse without messing up the book, while the book is held tight. So not my favorite way of packaging a book, but it seems to do. Now just let me figure out how to open it up. Get that mother out and see what she'll look like. So I got an invoice from Ingram Spark. That makes sense. And yes, indeed, it is what I think it is. In the Mouth of Madness. So here it is. Let's take it out. I'm gonna take it out and show you. And here we go. Sutter In the Mouth of Madness. Now, if you've seen the movie, I haven't read the book, I have seen the movie. This is a book about a missing author and a mysterious novel that he has written, submitted to the editor, and then disappeared. And the book disappeared as well. So an insurance investigator, witty fellow, who's good at rooting out sneakery and finding things. They hire him. The publishing house hires him to go find the author, find their manuscript, yada, yada, yada. He quickly determines that something is afoot, figures that, in his opinion, it's just a publicity stunt. That they're trying to drum up excitement for this author's new novel. He's the biggest author. The movie even says makes Stephen King look like a schmuck. The biggest author, the most popular author, the most celebrated horror author, and best sales and all that stuff. Meanwhile, the guy from Jurassic Park is the main character in here. He gets to snooping and he figures out some things, and as you would expect, stuff isn't exactly as you are led to believe. Anyway, an interesting movie. Horror-ish, horror-adjacent, kind of mystery. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. And it's a good movie. A John Carpenter film, not one of his most well-known, but perhaps in the large group. If you're going to split John Carpenter films into groups, and I pretty much split them into the good ones and the not-so-good ones. This is on the side of the good ones. And then I take that good ones subset and I put the iconic ones. And I've got a handful of iconic ones by John Carpenter. And I'm just no list, but Halloween, Escape from New York, They Live, The Thing, and what's the other one? Big Trouble in Little China, The Ones, the ones that I love, my favorite movies out there. And then you've got some other really good ones. And this is on that list of really good ones. But there is a novel now, and I collect movie novelizations for movies that I dig. And this one is a heavy hardcover. It's not that large, but it's heavy. And so let's take a look at it. Sutter Kane is a character name in the book, the author in the book. I don't know. I'm sure I can figure it out if I search hard enough. But obviously it's not written by Sutter Kane, but I love the design. I love the concept. This is In the Mouth of Madness, the book that goes missing in the movie In the Mouth of Madness by the author who goes missing in the movie In the Mouth of Madness. Anyway, I like it. I dig it. It's not the first time it's been done. There's a book called, right here, Tyson Park's Black Altar. Now, this book wasn't published as that. However, a smart fellow made a dust jacket for it. It's actually Philip Fracassi's Gothic. But it's a book about an author and his book. And that famous book was Altar by Tyson Park. So we'll set this to the side and get back to the business. So Sutter Kane's In the Mouth of Madness. This one is published by Arcane. You can see on the spine a nice glossy dust jacket. Let's see what it says on the back. Sutter Kane takes us home to Hobbs Inn for the final confrontation. This time no one gets out of here alive, and that includes you, in the mouth of madness. There was a man come onto the earth with tales of terror and madness, but he was more than a teller of stories. He was a prophet, and his words would herald the coming of the apocalypse. This is the last book written by horror king Sutter Kane before his mysterious disappearance. It is his book of revelations, the beginning and the end, the after, and after this book, nothing will ever be the same again. Watch for John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness coming to a theater near you. So I dig the whole concept all the way around. I'll take the dust jacket off, stretch it out so you can see it the way it would be. End flaps. Let's see what the end flap says. Sutter Kane is an internationally best-selling author of horror and psychological thriller novels, known for his unflinching prose, unsettling imagery, and ability to blur the line between the familiar and the terrifying. With a career spanning over 2 decades, Kane has built a dedicated readership drawn to his layered characters, atmospheric settings, and deeply human explorations of fear. A private individual, Kane rarely makes public appearances, preferring to let the work speak for itself. His favorite color is blue. Go figure. And then the book itself. We have a case laminate hardcover book, library bound, I guess you might call that, where you have the artwork directly on the boards. The spine is blank. The back, just a barcode. And other than that, I'm expecting just that, a book. So we have a glued binding, I don't want to say print on demand, but it's like a print on demand style of book. Sutter Kane, In the Mouth of Madness. Let's see what it says. This novelization is based on the original screenplay of In the Mouth of Madness, written by Michael DeLuca. Novelization rights licensed by Echo on Publications. And let's see if it says anything about who the actual author of the novelization is. Sutter Kane, obviously. But it doesn't say there anyway. I don't expect anything else in here other than what I've shown you. But we'll see. If you're going to read this book, this is what you shall see. Bright white pages and a decent looking print size, text size. But that is In the Mouth of Madness by Sutter Kane. I'm looking to see, is there anything else in here that might indicate some who's, some what's, and some what fors. So the prologue, the printing press was a beast of engineering. I see nothing that would indicate who wrote this book. Actually, Sutter Kane, obviously. But a neat concept. I love novelizations. I collect novelizations for movies that I dig. And there's a lot of interesting stuff involved. Sometimes in novelizations, you get stuff that you wish you would have gotten in the movie. So you get a little bit of more explanation in some cases. You get a little bit more of a backstory of characters. You get a little more thought processes of characters. You get some characters fleshed out a little bit more. Sometimes you get added details or information, stuff that wasn't even in the movie. And sometimes you get nothing extra. Sometimes the novelization is basically the movie in a book. And then other times the novelizations suck. So there's quite a variety, but it's a process that I dig, a thing that I dig. Reading movies that I dig, reading a novelization that can expand or can explain or can enhance. It's a wonderful thing, a beautiful thing. And some of the novelizations that I've read, and I'll tell you, Terminator. The Terminator. That is a novelization that, as great as that movie is, the novel is better than the movie. Makes the movie better by enhancing characters and giving a little bit more backstory about characters, a little bit more insight into what characters are thinking and why they would be doing things for their motivation. A few extra details that help to explain things. And I love the movie, and I'd say the novelization is better than the movie. In other cases, I won't tell you, I won't try to badmouth them, but I read novelizations that weren't very good for movies that were very good. But anyway, with that being said, I'm glad to have this one on the shelf, add to the collection, and I can think of no more lies to tell. So thank you for your time. I do truly appreciate it, and c'est la vie, baby. Kabong.